Hi students, this is Mrs. Pancoke. Today we're going to be learning about how to work our book, and we're going to be downloading our documents into our folder. So first thing what we're going to do is I want you to go to the File Explorer down here, and we're going to click on the public drive, finding my Pancoke folder, and then inside the folder you're going to find Infotech. And oops, looks like somebody, I'm going to delete that. We're going to be copying this whole folder right here. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to come back to my Z drive over here. I'm underneath this PC. And I should have an Infotech folder. If you don't have one, go ahead and make a new folder. So you'll click the new folder button. Name it Info Tech. Okay. And then inside this folder, I'm going to make another new folder, clicking on the new folder button. I'm going to name it Word. And then I'm going to paste in my data files right here. So you can see the path. I have my Z drive in my Infotech Word folder. I will have then my data files. Okay. And for right now, I'm going to go ahead and make a lesson 1 folder. Okay. You are eventually going to have 9 lessons. So you could make all 9 folders if you want to right now. If you want to pause this video and do that, you certainly can. But you will eventually have 9 folders plus your data files inside your Word folder. Okay, for this first lesson, there are no data files, but it's good to have this in here. Okay, now I also have my textbook right here. This is my textbook. You can also find your textbook in Schoology. Let me get to Schoology here. Oh. Oh, I have it on caps lock. That's probably why. We'll come back to that. Oh. Okay. So in your Infotech folder, you will find that I have your book right here, and it is organized by lessons here. So in each lesson, you will have the step-by-step lesson. So for example, in today's lesson, you'll have 3 documents to turn in. This Tech Terrace letter, Tech Terrace 97-2003, and Tech Terrace update to turn in. After each lesson, there's usually a knowledge assessment, and there are projects. So let's head back out. All right, so I have my folders organized. That's an important first step. So I'm going to go ahead right now, and I need to open up my book. Now, when you open it, it's very important that you right-click with your mouse and choose Open with Adobe Acrobat Reader. The reason for this is so that your book, you have the different page number options. It's a little easier to navigate. You can use your bookmarks to go to our first lesson, for example, etc. Now, the nice thing about your screen is that it's super wide, so you could split screen. So for example, I could have 2 different windows open at one time. I can collapse down these side panels to make reading my book a little easier. I can zoom in if I need to, zoom back out. But yeah, I want you to find your bookmarks. So inside in your book, if you go here to bookmarks and you click on lesson 1, it'll take you to our first lesson to begin working. All right. So in this lesson, Lesson 1, we're going to be working with tools, creating a document, saving a document, working with templates, and previewing and printing a document. Okay, so here's a picture that shows you Word's primary user interface. You have your document title at the top, collapse ribbon button, the quick access toolbar is up here at the top. We have our ribbon, which is currently on the default ribbon of the home. We have our document page, the white screen right here is our page, and the insertion point is the blinking, flashing line on our screen. Alright, so it tells us that the first step is to start Microsoft Word. Now, talking about insertion point, you'll notice that it's highlighted. That's probably because it's a important term or a definition. Okay. When you're doing these knowledge assessments over here, I'm going to show you a real quick trick. If you hold down Control, press plus F, it'll bring up the find box. So for example, if I want to search for dialogue box, which is an important piece of information in this book, it'll highlight that in your book. So no matter where I'm at, if I wanted to find ribbon, for example, it'll highlight the first instance that word is used in your book. So then if you hit continue, it'll take you to those spots within your book. Okay, so that's really helpful because you can use your book while you're taking the knowledge assessment. Okay, well, let's see here. So it says that back up here, you're opening up Word, you're going to use the Start menu. I usually like to just type in my program right here. There's Microsoft Word. Okay, and I believe one of the first steps is to choose Blank Document. Okay, I'm going to move my screen over there. Okay, now whenever you see these step-by-steps, okay, that means those are things that you have to do. So for example, starting up Word, one of the first things I had to do. Okay, finding the Word program, okay, and then it says right here, pause, leave the document open, use in the next exercise. Take note, Windows 10 is for PC users at home, work, and school. It is a powerful tool that controls the user interface, storage devices, other software, peripheral devices, network security, system resources, and task scheduling. Windows 10 is the latest operating system standard for computers, laptops, and tablets. Alright, click the blank Word document. The ribbon is located at the top of the Word screen, so here's the ribbon. Okay. Let's see. Note how the ribbon is divided into groups. So we have clipboard group, font group, paragraph, styles, and editing. Review the other tabs on the ribbon. Here's the different tabs: insert, design, layout, references, mailing, review, and view. And within these different tabs, there are more groups. So you'll see tables, illustrations, add-ins, etc. It tells for us to click on the layout tab to make sure it's active. Notice that the groups of commands change. The layout tab contains 3 groups: page setup, paragraph, and arrange. It tells us to click on the home tab, so go ahead and click on that. And it says to click on the dialog box launcher on the lower right hand corner of the font group. Okay, these dialog box launchers are pretty important. So you're going to click on that. And it says that the font dialog box contains 2 tabs, font and advanced. The font dialog tab is active. It says you can click cancel if you want to close the dialog box, but it says will continue without clicking cancel. Click the drop down arrow in the command box in the font group to produce available fonts. Now, in order to do this, I do have to click cancel. Okay, so the cool thing too about the fonts is if you start to type in word, for example, if I want to find Lucida Sands, okay, here it is. If you start to type, it kind of goes in alphabetical order, and it will lead you to the font that you're looking for faster. Okay, it says click the arrow again to close the menu. Okay, and then it says double click on the Home tab. Notice that the group of the commands groups are now hidden to give you more screen space to work on your document. If you double click the Home tab again, it redisplays the groups. Okay, next we're going to be using the Quick Access Toolbar, which is located above the ribbon and contains commands that users access most often. It says right here, clicking the Save button in the Quick Access Toolbar, which is right here, if you click it the first time, it'll bring up the Save As screen. Save As also appears as a command listed in Backstage View, which here's Backstage View, Save As. When saving a document for the first time, you need to specify the file name and location where you want your document to be saved. Up here we also have buttons such as the Undo command and Repeat. I also have a spelling and grammar check on mine, and we'll learn more about the Quick Access Toolbar here. So it says to click Save. When I do that, it brings up the Save As dialog box because this is the first time that I've saved my document. We're going to click which also, I guess, brings up Backstage View. So this is when you hear about Backstage View, this is what that looks like. It says to click the Return to Document arrow, which is this white arrow in the top left-hand corner of our screen, or you can press Escape. It says to click the drop-down arrow on the right side of the Quick Access Toolbar. A menu appears, selecting one of the commands automatically. So for example, if I click Open, it adds it to my Quick Access Toolbar. If I don't want to open up there, I can click on it again and it's gone. Okay. It says click the Show Below the Ribbon button, okay, and it moves my ribbon or my Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. If I want to move it back up, I'm going to click on the drop-down arrow and click Show Above Ribbon. So pause, leave the document open to use the next exercise. Next, we're going to be creating a document, okay? And it wants us to turn on our non-printing characters. So Word inserts non-printing characters, which are symbols for certain formatting commands, such as paragraph. Okay, there's the symbol for that. Indents and tabs, which are little arrows, and spaces are these little dots between words. These symbols can help you create and edit your document. By default, these symbols are hidden. To display them, we're going to click the Show Hide button, which is right here. Okay, so on the Home tab in the Paragraph group, click the Show Hide button to turn on the non-printing characters. It tells us to click it again to hide it. Then we're going to do the shortcut to turn them on, which is Control-Shift-* to turn on your non-printing characters. So the asterisk key is actually the 8 key. So you'll press Control-Shift-* to turn on the non-printing characters. So we want to leave those on for right now. The white space is the space between pages of a document. This appears as the gray area between the bottom of each page and the top of the next one. By default, the white spaces appear in Print Layout View. So we're going to hide white space. Make sure your insertion point is at the beginning of your document. And it tells you to place your mouse below the ribbon until you see a screen tip that says double click to hide white space. I'm going to go ahead and double click to hide them. Okay, and so that gray space is gone. So basically when I have a second page, it's going to flow together. You're not going to see that gray space in between. I'm going to turn my white space back on by double clicking. Oh. Accidentally added in a tab stop. Okay, so turn my white space back on. All right, next we're going to be entering document text. Okay, word wrap automatically wraps text to the next line, so you don't have to press enter at the end of the line unless it's asking you to. We're going to be writing a professional correspondence or a letter in block style format, which has open or mixed punctuation and is common to many business documents. Block style format aligns text along the left margin, including the date, inside address, salutation, body of the letter, closing, and signature. Open punctuation requires no punctuation after the salutation or closing, whereas mixed punctuation requires a colon after the salutation and a comma after the closing. The insertion point should be at the top of the page. We're going to type the month. So as I start typing this, notice that it knows I'm trying to type October. I can press enter to insert October. And when I press the space bar, it automatically says October 2nd, 2017. I'm going to press the enter key twice. 1, 2. Okay, so I notice that I have a blank paragraph space right there. That's what I want. And I'm going to type in the address, Miss Miriam Lockhart. Press the enter key once. Oh, I guess it needs to have an H in there. 764 Crimson Avenue. Press the enter key, Boston, Massachusetts, 02136. Press enter twice. Okay. Dear Miss Lockhart, colon. Okay, so right now we are doing a mixed punctuation block style letter. Okay, press the enter key once and then type the enter key and press enter only once after each paragraph. So we are pleased that you have listed your home with Tech Terrace Real Estate. I always press enter or the space bar twice after a sentence or a period. Our office has bought, sold, renovated, appraised, leased, and managed more homes in the Tech Terrace neighborhood than anyone, and now we will be putting that experience to work for you. Notice I made a mistake. I'm going to wait till the end to fix it. Experience to work for you. Enter once after a paragraph. Our goal is to sell your house quick for the best possible price. The enclosed packet contains a competitive market analysis, complete listing data, a copy of contracts, and a customized house brochure. Your home has been input into the MLS listing, and an internet ad is on our website. We will be contacting you soon to determine the best time for an open house. Okay. We look forward to working with you to sell your home. Please do not hesitate to call if you have any questions. Okay, after you're done typing, make sure you don't have any spelling errors. If you see a red line underneath a word, you can right-click on it, and then it usually gives you the correct spelling. Okay, at the end, I'm going to press the Enter key once and then type sincerely, comma, Enter key twice, Steve Buckley. Your document should appear as shown in figure 1-8. This letter still needs to be formatted in an acceptable mailable format, and this is discussed in a later lesson. Okay, so if yours is looking similar to this, then we should be in good shape. All right. It says pause, leave the document open to use in the next exercise. Take note, it is always important to save your document before closing the program. However, if you close the document or Word by accident, a prompt appears asking whether you want to save your document. Choose yes to save and close. No to close without saving, or cancel to stop the close command. So next we're going to be saving our document. Scrolling down, I'm on page 11 of the step-by-step. If necessary, connect your flash drive to one of the USB ports on your computer. We're not going to be saving on a flash drive. Instead, we're going to be saving on our Z drive. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and you can choose this PC if you want. I usually double-click there. Find your Infotech folder. Okay. Choose Word, Lesson 1. And inside this folder, it says down here on step 5 that we are going to type in Tech Terrace Letter as our file name. Okay, all of the rest of these steps in here are trying to show you how to save to a flash drive. Unless you have a flash drive, you don't need to be saving to your flash drive. Just make sure you're saving it in your Z drive. Okay, and you can tell that you're in your Z drive by looking at your path up here at the top of your window. So I'm going to hit save. Okay. Next, we are going to be choosing a different file format. So it says some individuals and companies might not have upgraded their Office suite to the latest version and might be working in an earlier version such as Word 2003. Changing the file format of a document enables those individuals and companies to open and edit your document without losing its text formatting. In this exercise, you'll learn to save a document in a format compatible with an earlier version of Word. So we're going to choose File, and I'm going to select Save As. And under our current folder, so I'm still in Lesson 1, I'm going to double click right there and just double checking to make sure this looks correct. It tells us to, in the Save As Type box, which is right here, we're going to choose Word 97 2003 document. Right here. Make sure you don't choose the template. We're going to choose document. Okay, and then in our file name, right behind Tech Terrace, we're going to type 97-2003 and click Save. Okay. Next, we're going to be converting a document. So compatibility mode enables you to work in a document created in an earlier version of Word without saving the file in a different file format. In this exercise, you will learn to use convert command to clear the compatibility options and convert a document to the Word 2016 file format. So with the Tech Terrace 97 2003 doc open, we're going to click the File tab. And in the main pane of the info command, which is right here, we are going to click convert. Okay, and then click OK to confirm the conversion if it asks you to. Converting the document clears the compatibility mode on the title bar and upgrades the document to Word 2016 format, which enables you to access Word's new features. We're going to click the File tab and we're going to click Save As. Still using our current folder, I'm going to select that and get rid of the 97 2003 and I'm going to type update. Okay, and we'll click Save. It says pause, close the document, and leave Word open for the next exercise. Next, we're going to be working with templates. So it tells us to click File, and then we're going to click New. The new screen displays available templates. Scroll down and review the accessible templates. First, determine what type of document you need to create. For this exercise, you will select a blank template. Okay. So there's lots of different templates available, but the one we're going to be using is this one called single spaced blank document. It says click create, click on it, and then we're going to click the create button. So this document basically sets our document up for us in a single spaced format. It says click the show hide button to show your formatting marks if you need to. And it says next that we are going to click the File tab, and we're going to save this document as in our Lesson 1 folder again, making sure I'm in the correct path. And we're going to title this Welcome Memo. Okay, click Save, or I press Enter. And it tells us to type the document as follows and press the Tab or Enter key as indicated. By pressing the Tab key twice, you are aligning the text at the 1-inch mark on the ruler. Alrighty, so I'm going to type this up. Forest Hills Homeowners Association. Okay, press the Enter key 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, notice that my spaces are a lot tighter in this one because we chose the single spaced blank document. Okay, 2. Okay, and then press the Tab key twice. 1, 2. New neighbor welcoming committee members. Enter key twice. From tab committee chair. Oh, too many E's. Enter key twice. Date. Tab December 15th 2017. Whenever you see double X's in this document, just put in this year, 2017. Enter key twice. Subject. Tab. Okay, it says tab twice, but because subject is a longer word, I'm only going to tab it once, so it still is lined up with the 1-inch margin. Meeting and refreshment schedule. Enter key twice. Thank you for volunteering to be on the new neighbor welcoming committee. Period. Enclosed. Please find the meeting. Geez, I'm having a rough time typing. And refreshment schedule for the next 6 months, period. It's probably because I don't have my fingers on home row. All right, see you in January. Exclamation point. Okay. It says save the document because we already called it welcome memo, and then leave open for the next exercise. All right. Finding templates on the internet. Next, it tells us to click the File tab and click New. And in the search for online templates box, it tells us to type forms. And I'm going to press Enter and see if there are any forms that pop up. You can also filter templates by category. Preview using the scroll bar to select any template. And so we're just going to scroll down and pick any template. I'll choose this one. Request for student profile. Okay, click Create. Alrighty, I'm going to resize my window here. Close the forms template and do not save. Close out of it, do not save. As the assistant to the Tech Terrace Real Estate Manager, you are in the beginning stages of gathering materials together for the annual report. You decide to use one of the available templates in Word 2016. Click the File tab and we're going to click New again. And we're going to type in annual report. See if anything comes up. It tells us to click the, tells you to choose timeless design. I don't think it works though when you do that, or even if you put in the parentheses. So we're just going to do annual report. And we'll just choose this first one. It's red and black design, so it's a little bit different than the one it's saying, but we'll just go with it. Okay. So it says on the first page, click the drop down next to year. So ours doesn't have a drop down, but fiscal year, we're just going to type in 2017. And then it says click the, as you gather information for the report, you begin to enter the data. Click the File button, and we're going to click Save As. I'm going to choose my Lesson 1 folder, and we're going to save it as Annual Report. So save. Alrighty, modifying a template. It says on the File tab, click the Open. Click Open. File, Open. Then click this PC and browse to navigate to Um, okay, so we're going to skip this section right here. Okay, don't worry about this part. All right, and then we're going to go on down to this using print preview. So we're going to go to browse, and I'm going to reopen up my welcome memo, and it tells us to click the file tab and then click print. The print screen opens with print options on the left and print preview on the right. Okay, it tells us to click the plus sign down here to zoom in to our document till it changes to 100%. And then it says click the return to document icon or press escape and make sure we press save. Okay. We're going to click the file button and we're going to click print again. And in this printer selection area, click the drop down arrow. If you ever print in this room, you'll be using the ESP Lab Laser. You have your print preview screen over here on the side, so make sure your document always looks correct before you press print. In this exercise, it tells you to print right here. However, just make sure you save it. We're not going to print. Okay. And let's see, setting print options. It tells you to click the file tab again, then click print one more time. And it says select print current page. Okay, if you click the settings drop down arrow right here, print current page, if you have multiple pages, it'll only print the page that you're currently on. Return to the print screen area in the copies section. You can change the amount of copies that you want by changing this up here. Place your insertion point at the beginning of the first paragraph. So let's go back. Beginning of the first paragraph, I'm going to select this paragraph, and then if I go File, Print, if I print Selection, it'll only print what I just highlighted. So that's kind of interesting too. Next, click the print icon. The selected paragraph is printed. Click the File tab, click the Close to close document. Okay, I'm going to close out of this, close out of this. Okay, and click the File tab, click Print. Under Settings, remember we're not printing, so don't try to print. Click the drop down arrow by the 1 page per sheet, and you can print different pages. Okay, this 8-page document is now printed on 4 pages with 2 pages per sheet. We're not doing that. Don't print out the report. Click the Close button to close the document and close Microsoft Word. Okay, so you're done with Lesson 1. And the knowledge assessment is next. You also need to make sure that you turn in your document over here under Word Lesson 1 in Schoology. So you'll submit your assignment and attach the documents that are listed right here. Okay, so you don't need to turn in that annual report. You only need to turn in these 4 things that we made. Okay, so submit and attach the file right there. Thanks guys, have a great day.